needs to be fixed. Aw, we're napping. Beautiful. Alrighty, man, I think we've got it now. Welcome into the stream, everybody. We are heading into a brand new episode of Final Fantasy XIV, and I have just logged in with the incorrect character. Let me get out of there. I know, it's one of those days. Been having all sorts of trouble this morning. Wow. Let's jump back in, and we'll go to the right data. Well, not the right data center, the right world, and pick up the correct character this time round. Oh my goodness, you nearly had another incorrect episode running. Hey, Misty. I know, I forgot you were there. Here we go. My goodness. What are we doing? We're talking to Lambertaint because I think we're going after corrupted crystals because we're not that far through our thing, but we also have a little problem because I cannot deconstruct stuff, which means I need to get my carpentry, all my skills up. And the experiment I wanted to do was to see what happens if you try and level them parallel. So basically, we go into our character, we have a quick looky see at our classes and jobs. We haven't gone too far. We just started on our minor, I believe. But carpenter, blacksmith, and armorer are all here. Now, my theory is that we have a lot of problem with gear when we're leveling up our crafters, and it costs us a small fortune to get them to be geared up all through the levels because we can't store that much gear in our armory. So, because we're awarded gear for the completion of each quest, each crafting quest, and we're given a choice of 3 items and we can only choose one, my theory is if we're leveling up more than one crafter at a time, we can go through and do those quests and get those rewards and gear up our crafter at the same time. It's a theory. I'm not saying it's going to work, but it might be better than rushing off to the boards, trying to find crafting gear and not finding it, or just buying it from the vendors and spending a little fortune on that when we want to actually buy a place of our own, whether it be an apartment or a teeny tiny house, because that teeny tiny house I think is about, what, 30 million? Or is that a big house? Oh my God, excuse me. Um, I know. Oh dear. Now where are we at? So we're looking at our crafting, but we're also trying to get our way through the main scenario quest because I don't think we've come to the end of A Realm Reborn yet, which means we can't fly, which is driving me slightly batty. Um, Radio. I know. This is Lambertaint. He has a quest for us. A promising prospect. That man sent us after the wrong type of crystal. It's insane. Professor Lambertaint knows where you might find the crystal you seek. Cheeky beggar knew all along. Corrupted crystals of sufficient size and strength are not all that common, I fear. Fortunately, one of my other students, Siana, claims to have discovered another promising site in eastern Lanosia. Wait, that's not correct. Eastern Lanosia was where she was nearly killed when wandering too close to an imperial castrum. Now that made for an amusing anecdote. Man, don't think she found it amusing, but anyway. It was Western Lanosia, Forest Sirius, on the Isles of Umbra to be precise. I can't recall her exact reasoning, something to do with one of Delamod's talons or some such nonsense. What I can say for certain is that she is still in Aleport attempting to gain access to the Isles. Why not travel there and see if Sienna's inquiries bear fruit? If you can look past the crass and violent ways of the local pirates, you might find your time there to be quite pleasurable. Oh, and do not forget to take your makeshift warded pot, lest she think you unprepared for the task. See, now I think at this point we too are unable to get to the Umbra Isles. I think. Let's check it. Alrighty, so we're heading off to Alport. We could run all the way. I could. Actually, I've never tried to run from. And I have. Yeah, Lanosia too. Yep. Let's not. Let's. Let's. Let's not do that journey. That is a long, long journey. I've also taken the long way into Mordona, right, which takes you through the castrum from northern Thanland up through the castrum and across. You don't need to do it that way. It's much, much quicker to do it from the central Curthis Highlands. Ah, how pretty is it here? Scribbled, have we not done these quests? We do need to do those quests. All right, let's not get too tempted though. We do have other classes to bring up, and we'll be using some quests to help expedite their thing. So usually to get to the Umbral Isles, and now I'm curious, so just bear with me while I experiment. We're going to go. You go down to this skipper down here, and he will offer you a ride to the Umbral Isles. No, he will let me. There we go. Radio. So we must have unlocked that already. I forget when we do that, because I know at one point I was unable to access the Umbral Isles from that skipper. He wouldn't let me. Maybe he doesn't let you at this point. Let's go poke him. I know, when in doubt, poke it. And poke it again to be sure. So if we want to go here. Okay, I'd offer to ferry you over to the Isles of Umbra, but access is prohibited at the moment. So at this point, we have not unlocked the Isles of Umbra. In order to unlock them, you need to progress your main story quest until the main story quest takes you over to them. There you go. I wasn't imagining it. We really aren't allowed to go to the Isles of Umbra just yet, but we can fix that. Can't we, game? You and me. Let's go fix it. Sienna. Eh? Corrupted crystals? Madam, I've no interest in being the butt of your jokes. So if you've no other reason for addressing me, kindly leave me be. But I do have a reason. Look, this is a pot. Well, I'll be damned. Professor Lambertaint did send you. Beg your pardon. It seems we got off on the wrong foot. No kidding. I'm Sienna, greatest of the Professor's pupils, which is doubtless why he bid you seek me out. Indeed, I am an accomplished scholar with an extensive background in... Oh, gods, just listen to me prattle on and on. I must have given this introduction a dozen times by now. Look, I'm sorry to bore you, but really? All right. Now, I don't think there's anything this nice lady can give us at this point in time. So we'll just take the cash. Here we go. Quest complete. It's probably not pirates. Sienna is frustrated with the progress of her research. I'm sure she is. Look, as I told the Professor in my many missives, I believe that the area surrounding Pharos Sirius is replete with corrupted crystals of exceptional strength. Unfortunately, I've yet to test my hypothesis, as all access to the Isles of Umbra is prohibited at present, for reasons unknown to me. You see, my attempts to acquire this information are often met with annoyance and disdain. It's rather puzzling, since I always take the time to explain my motivations in great detail to the subjects of my questioning. Mayhap you'll have better luck wresting information from these yellow jackets. I've all but given up at this point. All right, where's my mic? It's probably not where it needs to be. There we are. I know I'm looking down, having my voice is a little soft. It's always been a little soft, but you know, the microphone helps a lot. Let's go talk to Ferkman. Here we are. Hello. You're keen on travelling to the Isles of Umbra? Bloody hells, lass, are you drunk or just crazy? Ain't nothing there but death, and more death. Right. I'm not having much luck. But at least I didn't annoy the poor man by talking him to death this time. I mean, you know, has been known. Let's go. Bird, you and me not going to get along. Carneb. Ah, you startled me. Don't you know better than to sneak up on a person at a time like this? What? No, what with all this stuff and nonsense? You know how ales brewed, adventurer? You take malted barley, ferment it with yeast, and add herbs and spices to give it character. The stuff is a deal cheaper than wine, and for that is loved by the small folk. Sorry, I misclicked, and we missed the essential part of the story where she tells us she's not going to help us. Let's go and see if we can find someone who can. I do believe, amidst all of these little quest markers on my board, there is one we're after. It's probably not pirates. Yeah, but I bet it's all their fault. Right? I know. I want to get into the crafting, but I do want to get this part of the story done too. Oh, it's a problem. The Isles of Umbra. What interest have you in that god-forsaken place? Ever since we were forced to abandon Pharos Sirius, the Isles have become naught more than a graveyard for ships unable to navigate the shores, and a purgatory for the souls dragged down to the depths with them. Right. Not helpful, but at least not rude, too, Didn't call me a lunatic. Um, well, let's report to Sienna that we have had as much luck as she has in trying to find a way to Pharos Sirius. I mean, the Isles of Umbra. We do want to unlock it. There's a dungeon there that we can run, which people hate, but it's kind of hard and it's a bit of fun. There's lots of death and mayhem. Ah, like any good dungeon. Sienna. Ah, Mistwalker, you've returned. Tell me of your findings. Really? Infested with undead, you say? That that is very, very interesting development. Excuse me for a moment while I gather my thoughts. Change my trousers. Right. We're actually trying to remember to eat our tree toad legs. I don't know why I'd forget to eat them, do you? Sienna, representing the representative. Sienna seems to have regained her composure. But worry not, my friend. I've given your findings some thought, and I've concluded that this talk of spirits is naught more than local folklore. As for why all travel to the Isles of Umbra is restricted, well, mayhap it's considered too dangerous owing to the abandonment of Pharaoh Sirius? Yes, well, anyway, while you were questioning those yellow jackets, I paid a visit to the local pub, since even an esteemed scholar like myself enjoys dulling her wits on occasion. It was there that I heard tell of a man named Skyfrin, who was recently detained after returning from, wait for it, the Isles of Umbra. This is the first I've heard of someone actually travelling to and from there, so I'm curious as to how he obtained permission. Mind having a chat with him in my stead? He was arrested, after all, so I'm somewhat reticent to approach him myself. He was arrested. What did he do? Arrested. So the jail. Oh, we haven't opened up our Arcanist class yet. Okay. I was going to say, if you've done your Arcanist, you'll know where the jail is because you will have visited it with someone else. We're going to have to do that story now. Yes, we are. Which means we have to be an Arcanist. Oh, how terrible. Because then we can be a summoner or maybe a scholar. It all depends on what we feel like. Skyfriend, I I have to go back. She calls to me. Sings to me. Oh, tell Mimidoa I'm sorry. Give him this. He was right. Or you can release me. Yes. Yes, release me. I will go and tell her. Let me let me go to her. Oh, uh well, he sounds smitten, but I don't think he's smitten in a good way. No, I think he's about to get smited by whatever he's smitten with. Let's go find Mimidoa. Maybe Mimidoa can no, let's go talk to Sienna. All right, talk to Sienna, then we'll go talk to Mimidoa. Maybe. Maybe Sienna will send us to Mimidoa. Ah, let's find out. Run, rabbit, run. Wait, I'm playing a Viera. That cannot be anyway. Sienna, what did Skyfrin have to say? Huh? That's not terribly helpful. I couldn't care less about how much he misses his favourite bar wench. But what was that about a man named Mimidoa? Wait, I know that name. That's that bastard what grabbed my arse the other day at the pub. Well, if you want to give him that feather, be my guest. I'm not going anywhere near him and his wandering hands. Mate, his hands wander too far. I'll whack them with my staff, and we'll see how he does with a broken wrist or three. Alrighty, Mimidoa. Another initiate, are you? No? Then what are you? Speak up, missy. I can't hear you. I've got this feather from a fella in jail. Eh? Bugger me. Is that what I think it is? Nah, couldn't be. You found this, you say? Where'd you say you found it? Skyfriend, you say? Was hoping to have a word with the lad, but it sounds like there's naught left twixt his ears. He was supposed to help patch up, fair or serious he was. Company sent me to supervise the lot of 'em. Weren't getting work done on their own, see? Half of 'em walked off, half of 'em ran off, and half of 'em up and vanished. What's that? You be looking for passage to the Isles of Umbra? Why didn't you say so? I've been thinking of dispatching someone to take a look on behalf of old Mimidoa, tell him how the land lies. Ain't nobody been interested till you came a-calling. Old Port's up in arms 'bout spirits and so forth. If I had the gill, I'd hire some sellswords and let 'em sort it out. But you'll do in a pinch, you will. Show this parchment to the skipper and he'll see you there and back. Oh, he will he, Mimmy? And my British accent's slipping into an Australian one. That's not good. Mr. Skipper, I believe I'm allowed to go to the Isles of Umbra now. No, maybe it's the wrong ferry skipper. Show the parchment to Sienna. Ah, right, because I can't go to the Isles of Umbra without her permission. But Mimidoa just said, yeah, read the quest, girl. Read the quest. Sienna. So you went and had a word with Mimidoa. I hope the valuable time you saw fit to waste amounted to something. Hey, just because you don't like the guy. Here, I got permission for passage. How's that? You mean that disgusting creature was Skyfriend's superior? I find that hard to believe. But this writ of passage does appear to be genuine, so it must be true. I must say, it is a relief to work with such an industrious woman as you. I look forward to hearing the discoveries you'll make on the Isles of Umbra. Without me. Without you, girl. What's the matter? Chicken? Are you afraid of ghosts? The reluctant researcher. Sienna has no desire to journey to the Isles of Umbra. So I see. Ah, fine, fine. I fail to see the justification for dragging me along on your journey, but if you insist, I will go as well. Well, you're the researcher girl. But 12 is my witness. If you leave me behind to be devoured by some horrid abomination, I shall come back to haunt you. You will? Well, and if you do, I will dispatch your ghost and send it to its eternal rest. All right? Because coming back to haunt me, that's unhealthy, girl. Unhealthy. Wait, there's two ferry skippers. Let's go talk to this one with the big circle over his head. Ah, take me to the Isles of Umbra, she bids, as if it's as simple as, oh, I see you've got a writ of passage. All right then, climb aboard. Rightio, Sienna, how you doing? The, this doesn't seem all that bad. I'm not saying I'd like to build a summer home here, but oh, the hell's with this. Here, take your pot and go on without me. You've harvested corrupted crystals before, right? So it isn't as though you require my assistance. Speak to the man guarding the gate. I'm sure he'll let you in. Now, if you would please excuse me. Right. I don't think she's all that happy to be here. Funny that. Let's go. David, how you doing? Beg your pardon, madam. How did you come here? Access to this island is currently restricted. Yes, but I was given permission to collect a corrupted crystal from your palace, whatever it is. An old pot? I'm not sure I follow. Oh, I see. You wish to harvest a corrupted crystal? Sorry, friend, but you may have to return empty-handed. Oh, David, you're breaking my heart here. And this bird is going to get withdrawn in a minute if he doesn't stop getting under my mouse. Sweet somethings. David has a simple proposal for you. Oh, he does he? The writ Master Mimidoa gave you may grant you access to the island, but only authorized personnel may proceed past this point. Why, you ask? Look up and see for yourself. When that giant mass of crystal struck the lighthouse, it caused severe damage to both the structure and the machinery within that once powered the beacon. I, contrary to what the small folk would have you believe, the fires of Pharos Sirius were not the product of a mage's thaumaturgy or a colossal arcane bomb, but an elaborate contraption fueled by ethereal energy. Repairs are still ongoing, but it's still anyone's guess when they will be complete. What's worse, all work has ceased since rumours of the Walking Dead drove off our entire crew. Not that those rumours are incorrect. I've observed the fiends from a distance at the ship graveyard to the south. What's drawn them to our shores is still a mystery, though. I'll make you a deal, Mistwalker. Help me unravel this mystery, and I'll bring you your corrupted crystal. In fact, I shall begin searching for one that satisfies your requirements. As for where to begin your inquiries into the situation, it so happens that a party of 3 adventurers came ashore not long ago, seeking to scavenge valuable trinkets at the ship graveyard. I'd be surprised if they knew nothing of the undead infestation, so it might behoove you to question them. Oh, it might, huh? Right, let's go question some unruly adventurers. I know, so many adventures we're running past. What level is our thaumaturge? Right. Not Pharos Sirius level. We will come back and do those side quests with someone later. Arapi Taropi, hi. You saw 'em too, right? Dead people, just shambling about without a care in the world. Except when they do seem to care, that is, and start shuffling toward the water. Right, Louis. Gods, that voice, that single fleeting verse. I can still hear it. Stay clear of the southern shore, friend. It took every ounce of my strength to resist. Ooh, that does not sound good. Alduil. It's all there for the taking. 5 bleeding years worth of wrecks and their cargo. Are those queer dead things. And that voice. Actually, the voice was quite nice. Right. I see. Okay, there's a voice. You know what? I really don't like the sound of this. Undead singing voices come from creatures like. Let me see. This talk of an alluring voice is disturbingly familiar. As if. But that's impossible. They're all dead, aren't they? What are all dead, David? History repeating. David is sweating profusely. But if they have returned, that could mean. Oh, beg your pardon. I was just thinking about something. Which reminds me, I received word that Master Mimidoa would be arriving any moment. Apparently he grew frustrated waiting for the sweet young lass with skin as soft as phoenix down to return, which I'm assuming is you. I don't know what sort of arrangement you had, but you should probably go and explain yourself. Hey, don't look at me like that. It's not that kind of arrangement, my young fella. Friend, we are not. Yeah, we have a business arrangement. Mimidoa. What's been keeping you in this shit? I ain't getting any younger, you know. Some honey-voiced harlot's been calling out to folk what wander near the ship graveyard, and it's stirring up the dead and all. Bloody hells. This takes me back to me days as a cannon boy, sailing under old Miss Beard. But they wouldn't dare, would they? Not after the lesson we learned 'em last time. Bah, they bloody would, though, wouldn't they, the brazen old biddies? Some folks said as the first purge will be the last, but I knew deep down in me bones as this day will come, and come it has. Aye, I'd bet me bum ear a siren's behind all this. Nay, not one of the sanguine variety, Nishiet. I speak of the other kind, them what's got feathers and lure sailors to a watery grave with their sweet, sweet song. Oh, but don't end up there. No, drowning's just the start. See, even in death a man stays bound to the beast, forced to do her bid until his corpse can't do it no more. 'Tis a fate I wouldn't wish on me worst enemy, except maybe in drink, and I'd regret it after. Annie Road, 'tis up to us to stop this hell's born hussy afore she takes another soul. Course, we can't send you marching off to war without these. The siren don't have power o'er a man as can't hear her song. 'Tis lucky for you I carry a spare pair, and lucky for the both of us I'm a superstitious old sod, eh? Well, she ain't coming to us, so we best try head over to her. To the ship graveyard, initiate. Right, all right, I'll be your initiate. Just ship graveyard, you bossy britched little chap. Let's go find out. Oh, look, a fate that has things that are in our hunting log. Oh, let's play with that thing. Just started too? Right. Oh, wait, what am I? A healer. Oh dear, this is going to be fun. All right. Well, we've got 14 minutes to get them down. We need to fill this little bar up with. There are some sailors who, even after death, cannot bear to part from the sea. Their moans, a testament to the chains that bind them to the corporeal realm. Slay these wandering spirits and sever those bonds so they may return to the life stream. See, that's what we do. We return folk to the life stream and they can, I don't know, start anew or however it works. It's not something an adventurer really thinks about because we're so close to dying all the time, we just don't want to know. Well, not straight up anyway. Don't laugh, mister, you are a dead skelly. Alright, I think we might stay up this end. It looks like they'll come to us. I think we filled our hunting log as well. So on top of the XP we get from our fate, we're going to get some XP from our hunting log. And what day is it today? It may not be new hunting log, new challenge log time. Hello, I'm pleased to meet you too. What was that, a claw to the head, you say? Ow, let me return the favour with a staff to the face. Radio. Don't just stand there, Misty. I'm pretty sure there's a few more to go. Get that rock out from in between us. Get the skeleton's attention. Alright, while the bird finishes off that one, let's start on this one. Grab that one. I know, I'm looking for more, just in case some get past me. They start coming a little bit quicker now. It is so too in range. Give it a minute, it'll get into range, is what I'm trying to say. Oops, wrong button. I know, I rocked it instead of winding it. Arrow, let's go. There we are. Now we have some permanent damage happening. Hit once more. I know, I was distracted by this one. I think we only need about one more anyway. Maybe two, but I think it's one. I know, my bird is very distracting. Nope, there we go. We don't have to beat that one up. What level are we looking at? Okay, 10,000 XP is good. 80 coin, and that was a decent amount of seals. How's our challenge log looking? Like, yeah. Okay, so we're continuing the fates, radio. So it is that time of the week. It's actually going to run out very soon. I think the timer told me at the bottom. Yep, 35 hours time. So next time we run, we'll be starting a brand new challenge log. It looks like I haven't finished any challenges yet either. I haven't been focused on it. It's a good way to get some XP though, so I should probably be thinking about it. Memodoa. If she passes near the shore, she's sure to spy the campfire and come looking. Just a matter of waiting now. All right. Give it a minute. I need to. All right. Hopefully that was the only sneeze coming. Let's go. My child has shared her cold with me. Duty calls. Commence battle for history repeating. If you are above the maximum allowed level, it will sync as follows. You know what? I need to up the volume over here too. Level 46. Well, let's proceed with that. We should be able to handle this maybe. No. What? You're a healer, you say? That's an almighty trail of devastation you're leaving behind you. Oh, huh. I'm beginning to wonder if some sly bugger ain't spun us a yarn here. You're all right, Mimi. I hope he's put his earplugs in. Oh, dear. Quiet. Do you hear that? 'Tis her. Look at all the water. She's come this year. She's come. Oh, my God. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's pretty. Quick, lass, shove them plugs in your ears and get ready for a fight. Soon as she realises you're deaf to her ditties, she'll call on her flaws. And we'll be up to our necks in corpses afore you know it. All right, Mimi, we'll get this done. Hey, where are you going? You little rat. Alrighty. Hither, embrace mine everything all. Make sure my fingers are on the right keys. Did you just try to enspell me? Young lady, that is bad manners. True love spurned, her cruelty's reward. Right. Let's go. Yes, I am standing in the middle of stupid, I know. Right, now let's get to it. So we've got no area attack at this level. So we're letting our wind do most of the work. Get in range, you menace. Oh, not that close in range. Alright, now we'll go. Back a bit closer to the water so we can get them as they appear. Spare, mournful mistress, distress. Okay. Alright, so your damage over time is really useful, especially when you're a high enough level for it to be this effective. Melody, last breath of death, the rhythm. Dost thou not relent, regret, forever alone? No, I don't regret, and I don't relent. Right, next. Wait, there's one more. Oh no, that was a bubble. Now, we probably don't want to go too close to these bubbles. They're a little bit vicious. Just need to keep half an eye on where they... Oh, wait. Are you a monster? You're a monster. Right, and that means you have a friend. I think we might focus on Mr. I'm angry with you here. Because our wind, surprisingly enough, I don't think I've done it at this level with this level of fear. Our arrow spell is going to take care of most of the thralls. So we can focus on Mr. I'm grouchy here. Charmed captain. Someone gave him a crown. That nice lady gave that captain a crown. Uh-oh. Thank goodness. Duty complete. No more. Dark eclipse. The heart. Yep. So this is where you find your dead man's moan for your hunting log. Alright, so if you go down to here, dead man's moan, hunting log, Lammergeyer's, Isles of Umra. Alright, let's go get our Lammergeyer's while we're here. Okay, dead man's moans tend to be on the beach. Oh, well, we best speak to Memodoa. I don't think I should leave him unsupervised. Eh? Am I alright? Ah, I'm better than that in this shit. Happy as a sailor in a whorehouse, I am. Of course, I'd be happy as a sailor with 2 Watsits if we gutted the songstress, but you can't have everything, can you? She'll not come crooning round here again, though, not for a while, any road. And if she does, well, we know what to do, don't we? Let's move my head out of the way. There we are. Rightio. Thanks for the help. Oh, bugger me. I just hit the wrong button again. He's heading back to shore. Oh, this is a fate. That looks like our target. Now, this one's trickier. Right, I want to kind of be in a spot where the other monsters don't go very often. Otherwise, we're going to be fighting more than one of them. Now, we're level synced, so our bird is going to be learning his, earning his bosom buddy points. Oh, yeah. Right, then we'll come back out over to here. So what I'm trying to do is just stay out of aggro range of the others, which is going to be a little bit more exciting than I'd like, I think. Bird's got 25 minutes on him. Oh, you awesome birdie, you are going to tank for me, which means I had better heal for you. Let's get faster and warm. I know. It's something I haven't done with my healers. Get that regen up on our bird. Heal him up. Back to Mr. Ugly here. So as a healer, it's really useful to have your bird. I've got my bird on free stance. Which means he gets to choose what role he plays. So when I switch classes, which I do fairly frequently, when I have other classes to switch to, he changes his role accordingly. So as a healer, my bird tends to do a lot of tanking, by choice. So the thing running the bird's decisions is really clever and intuitive. And I tend not to just boss him around. So I actually make sure when I level him up, when I remember to level him up, I make sure he's leveled up in a couple of areas. Just grab that Mantis King again. So, and you can use your bars. So when I'm in a dungeon, I use these bars over here to target the tank I need to heal. That way I don't need line of sight. Well, I don't need to be able to try and pick him out during, out of all the other things that are surrounding him, because tanks tend to be right in the middle of stuff. There you go, bird. Don't say I don't look after you. Right, Lammergeyers for our hunting log. But the half of that battle is picking a spot where you're not going to get inundated by other monsters, because you are now of a level that they'll attack. These are Lammergeyers. You find them on the Isles of Umbra at this point here. You find your Dead Men's Moan over here. Both of them are in your White Mage hunting log at level 5, so they're there, they're here and here. We'll just have a quick look and make sure there's nothing else on the island, because it's a pain in the neck. I think most of these are up in the other areas, the more advanced areas, yeah. So they won't take too long to nail down. It's handier to get them done here where they actually count for something. Let's give that one a bit of wind, ruffle his feathers a bit. Tenderize him because I bet he tastes like chicken. Alright, grab his friend. One bird's never enough. Oh dear. Sorry, Sonny. And we'll go grab this Lammergeier as well. How many do we need? Oh, we only needed 2. My bad. Alright, where are we going? Speak with David. Okay, David is at the beginning, so we're not teleporting anywhere unless we want to have another boat ride. Rightio. Come on, Sonny, let's go. Right. You mean it was a siren? How were you able to resist her song? I see. I had heard that Master Mimido was involved in the first purge, but I never actually... Having survived an ordeal like that, I can't blame him for carrying earplugs around with him. Anyway, I have something for you. The corrupted crystal you wanted, safely sealed within the pot, just as you requested. Please take it, with my compliments. Rightio. Well, let's go. We could teleport. We could. Or we could just take the ferry back, which is a lot cheaper. That ferryman, what a good fella. Now you'll notice there is no longer a ferryman down by this boat. You just have this ferry skipper here, so if you want to go to the Isles of Umbra, we're headed for the Isles of Umbra. Are you coming along? You can now travel. You've unlocked it with this quest. So that quest is history repeating. Just follow your main story through. You'll find it eventually. Sienna. Oh, it's you. Welcome back, Mistwalker. You're looking remarkably hale, I must say. And more importantly, alive. You are alive, aren't you? I am alive. Here you go. Aha! The conquering hero returns bearing a gift. Might I have a closer look? Impressive. Very impressive indeed. Yes, I think you'll be quite pleased with this specimen. Congratulations, Mistwalker. Seldom, if ever, have I encountered a corrupted crystal composed of such a volatile overabundance of fire-aspected ether. What? You wanted a corrupted crystal composed of ice-aspected ether to counteract the effects of a raging wind? Ah, ha. Well, this specimen won't help you there. Anyone who knows anything about the elements could tell you that. You'll just have to keep looking, I suppose. Right? So sympathetic, and my food has run out again. Let me see if there's a non-combat food I can eat. Three-toed legs, lentils and chestnuts. Let's go with the skill speed over the spell speed. We can use the spell speed in a dungeon that way. Actually, let me just grab that. Where's my bread again? Bread goes well with three-toed legs soup. And that is crafting, which we might play with in a little bit. I know, that's our whole objective was to go and do that. Sienna, how you doing? The curious case of Giggity. Sienna knows where the corrupted crystal that you seek can be found. Don't fret now. I know exactly where to find a corrupted crystal comprised of ice-aspected ether. An associate of mine in Gridania has been studying the effects of one such crystal on living beings. Eh? What's with that expression? I thought you'd be pleased to hear this news. This is not another wild dodo chase, I assure you. And what's even better is that this time you needn't use that watered pot of yours to protect yourself from this crystal's energies. Hedden's findings suggest that it is quite safe. Why, you ask? Well, let's just say that it has undergone a unique process. that has rendered such precautions unnecessary. Anyway, do not let me keep you. It has been a pleasure, Mistwalker. Come back and see me sometime, all right? I'll do that. Ah, New Gridania. We're returning? Yep. Speak with Hedden in Gridania. We've done botany. So eventually we're going to head back to Uldar and finish our mining. Well, get our mining up to level 18. Then we're going to come back to Limsa and do some fishing, because fishing is fun. Hedden, you say? Let's see if he's in this area. We'll have a look at our Ethernet. Ooh, what's this? That's the adder's nest. Oh, we need to go and unlock those. And probably that. Looks like we've unlocked Carpenter. But we're looking for this fellow who's up in here. Looks like he's near Makeddo's amphitheater. That's exactly where he is. Festival! I did forget about the festival. Alright. Right, you know what? We're going to go and do this because it's... Yes, it's running. I forgot that it was on. I got very carried away. What's my backpack like? I've got a whole thing. Can I talk to these? No, I can't. Alright, I know where to go. We've got to go to Uldar to unlock the festival. So let's, alright. I remember. How much time have we got? We might have to do that next time. Right. I know, what? We're looking for Hedden. I got very distracted by cute as anything otters. Let me just make sure I've got time to come back to it next time. Intersteam. Over here. Check. Oh, not that one. Final Fantasy. The Make It Rain campaign began on May 29th and ends on June 25th. What's the date today? The 8th? Okay, so we do have time to come back to it. That's all I wanted to know. Alright. Let's go find Hedden and his crystal pot. There he is. Actually, he doesn't have a crystal pot, does he? No. He knows about ice crystals, though. Let's talk to him. Greetings and salutations, Miss Lunara, I presume? Sienna informed me of your adventures in Aleport. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding, though, as Professor Lambertaint is fond of saying, no action taken in the name of science is ever truly wasteful. To the matter at hand, corrupted crystals possessing the properties you seek could be found in abundance at the standing courses following the calamity. Alas, that is no longer the case, and while there is at least one suitable crystal that remains to be found within the Twelveswood, precisely where it is at any given moment is more difficult to say. Permit me to explain. You are familiar with Spriggans, yes? The furry little rascals that are wont to seek out ores and stones, and pitch them at your head if you're running through Copperbell. Anyway, well, one such creature with an infamously insatiable appetite has single-handedly devoured every corrupted crystal in the Twelveswood. Fortunately for you, these crystals take an eternity to digest, assuming they can even be digested, and I am reasonably confident that one still resides within his gut. Oh, ew. It's quite fascinating, really. My theory is that this Giggity first consumed a corrupted crystal when... you couldn't care less about all this, could you? To the point, then, Giggity seldom makes his presence felt unless there's a particularly fine fodder to be had. Therefore, we shall require a lure, and I have precisely the sort he will find impossible to resist. Simply place this true heart. I shall save the story of the origin of its unusual name for another occasion. Outside the Spriggan's lair, and wait for the opportune moment to pounce. As for the method by which you retrieve the crystal from his gut, I shall leave that to your discretion. You will, huh? Alright. We're going to need the White Wolf Gate, which is this gate here. which of course we've unlocked, haven't we? Let's go find out. I need an ether shard, an ethernet shard, and that will tell me, oh my god, that thing is awesome. And that will tell me if we have it. Yep, the White Wolf Gate. You unlock it by speaking to the soldier standing near the ethernet crystal after you've achieved level 30, I think. Something like that. It's one of those purple things. All right. So we're going to come out up here and we're going to come across to the dig. This is the closest gate. Otherwise, you go to Bent Branch Meadows and have a bit of a run. Alrighty. Let's go. I know this game is so pretty. I think I say it every time. But it is. It's so pretty every time. Alright, level 56. The level 32 monsters are mostly going to leave us alone. Unless, you know, we hit that range thing where one of them decides to have a shot at us. Over here, they're level 33 and a little bit more aggro. Spriggans. They will chuck a rock at your face as soon as look at you if you're the wrong level. Or the right level as far as they're concerned. Can we fly yet? We can't fly yet. No, that's right. Here we go. Down into the deeps. Oh, look. A rock with a purple thingamy. What's it on it? Right. Budgie, you're in the way. I know. What would I be without my tank? Probably dead. Hello. I'm going to stand up here and wind on the crystal bearer. Normally that's a title of some renown. And there's my bird tanking for me. He is such a good bird. Interrupted? Yes. Rightio, we need to go deliver it to Hedden. Now we could run all the way back. We can just... This is our home point, so it's costing us nothing to teleport to. So we'll teleport to that. And once we get there, we will grab this, jump into the Ethernet, run off to Makedo's amphitheatre, because I'm pretty sure Hedden didn't shift his rump from where he was standing. Nope, he did not. There he is over there. We're going to wander on over this way and we're going to have a quick chit-chat to Hedden. Hi. Ah, pray do not sneak up on me like that. I was engrossed in... Wait, what's that? What is that god's awful smell? Well, you know how you said he ate the crystals? And I'd have to figure out a way to get it out of his gut. Well, my word, that is a breathtakingly beautiful crystal. I see my supposition was not mistaken. Oh, and I also see you weren't averse to digging through Spriggan entrails for your prize. We owe our furry little friend a debt of gratitude, you know. This thick coating of digestive juices is protecting us from the harmful effects of the crystal, just as the warded pot you once used did. Why so glum, friend? You've finally obtained the corrupted crystal you sought, one overflowing with earth-aspected ether. Calm down, I jest. It's comprised of ice-aspected ether, worry not. I suppose that joke was in poor taste, considering your previous 2 attempts were for naught. You think? Right. Uh-oh. Yes, Hedden? Hedden has neglected to return to you your corrupted crystal. Mate, I did not go digging through Spriggan guts to not have it. Beg your pardon, Mistwalker. I forgot to return your crystal to you. Yeah, you did. Oh, and there was a message for you from Professor Lambertaint. Something about a man named Marquez? Apparently the professor misses the intellectual stimulation. Forgive me, I should have written it down. It occurs to me that I've yet to ask why you needed that crystal. You aren't planning anything nefarious, are you? 'Twould reflect poorly on me in my research if it was used for evil ends. Oh, now you ask. Ah, well, perhaps it's best I remain ignorant. I didn't become the professor's greatest pupil by filling my head with unnecessary information. He must be a bit of a piece of work, this Professor Lambertaint, because every single one of his students seems to think that they're the greatest. Deliver the corrupted crystal to Sid. Now, Sid is, I think, yep, he's down here. So I think we can get to him real quick by just going to the airship landing. Here we are, and looks like we just need to speak to Leonelays, the airship ticketer, for some access. Greetings, madam. Do you wish to proceed to your vessel? I would indeed, thank you. Right. Well, let's go. I know I still haven't got to my crafting yet. I'm enjoying the main story quest a little bit too much, I think. Sid, hi. All repairs and modifications have been completed, Mistwalker. Once you bring me that crystal, nothing will stand between us and Garuda. Ah, well, your wish, my command. Here you go. I'll need to run some tests to be sure, but this looks exactly like what we need. Worry not, Mistwalker. I'll see that your hard work doesn't go to waste. All right. The Enterprise is already more than a common airship, but mark my words, soon it will become something greater, something extraordinary. All right, Sid. This is me. This is what I was born to do. All right, anything worth having? Disciple of War? No, not for us. Let's grab some gold then. Alrighty. Hey, we still get paid for our work. It's not bad. Sid. Lady of the Vortex. With Sid's modifications now installed, the Enterprise is finally ready to make the journey to the Howling Eye. According to my tests, the device is now functioning in perfect harmony with the crystal, meaning we can leave whenever you're ready. But you must understand, tests can only tell one so much. Until we approach the Howling Eye, until we attempt to breach the barrier itself, I cannot be sure that this will work. I think it only fair to tell you that there is a small but statistically significant chance that the crystal could trigger a massive... maybe it's better that we remain positive. Mistwalker, I want to thank you for reuniting me with my ship, for trusting in me to develop this plan, for everything. You've helped me to rediscover a part of myself I'd forgotten. I'm not the man I once was, and I do not know if I ever shall be. But I do know one thing. This feels right. My apologies for the sudden outpouring of sentiment. I should have waited until after the mission, but, well, you understand. You don't think we're coming back? We'll make it. Now I've got the volume up.
There. She's ready.
Ah, she stirs.
So I've got to click, that's right. Let's go, Sid.
To Kurthus, and an audience with the Harpy Queen Garuda.
Harpy Queen.
Enterprise, engage.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I'm sorry, I'm too busy laughing to click the button. Yeah. Enterprise engage. Enterprise engage. Wow, look at that.
Damn it.
What?
I once flew in this airship, and I was not alone.
Right.
There were adventurers on board, adventurers like you.
Right.
Just how long have I worn these damn goggles? Ah, yes, I fancied myself a trendsetter in my younger days. The young prodigy, admired by all, exactly like his father. Born and raised in Garlemald. It was only natural that the precocious young student should become an engineer. Had his father not done the same? Father, when did we stop seeing eye to eye? When did Meteor become your everything, and your loved ones cease to matter? You abandoned us all, but he was there for me, Father. There for me when you were not.
Oh no.
Though he proved no better in the end. Gaius was just another man, with an all-consuming obsession.
Right.
And so I ran, left the Empire behind and came to Eorzea, where I built the ironworks.
Oh, look at these two. Oh, hello. When did I get there? Misty? What's that about?
Ah yes, it was then that I first donned these goggles.
I know, tell me a story.
Eorzea opened my eyes. It was home to so many manner of people, each with their own hopes and dreams. People worth saving, and so I fought beside them. I wanted to prove that my knowledge could serve a nobler purpose. I wanted to prove that there was another way.
I really hope they don't blow us up again.
And it all began that day when I found my new home.
I know.
I had forgotten how wonderful it was. The wind in your hair, the endless sky. That light. It was you, wasn't it? It's surprising how few people know this, but all pureblood Garleans have a third eye. Perhaps mine helped me recognize you, or perhaps it was just a lucky guess. The Enterprise was made for this, to carry Eorzea's protectors into battle. I am proud to be able to call her my own.
Sid? What exactly do you remember?
Alphinaud, my boy, sorry to have been such a burden. I remember everything.
Oh, wow. Okay.
My name, my people, and my purpose. Everything. Come, it would be rude to keep Garuda waiting.
Wait, you flew into what? Oh, wow. Well, we made it. Okay, let's go. Alphino. Hi. All our efforts, all our travails, all of it was for this. Make ready, Mistwalker, for the end is nigh, be it hers or our own. The Howling Eye is now accessible. A new regular duty has been added to Duty Finder and Support. Well then, now you can go into it by clicking on this, or you can go into it by going into Duty Finder and finding it. So to find it in Duty Finder, you just go into Duty, grab Duty Finder, wander on over here, find the Howling Eye. So this is your trials. So you wander into Howling Eye, and then we'll just click Join. I don't know how we're going to go today. Every time I say that, it pops, but while we're waiting for it to pop, let's go get some mischief on. Let's go to Uldar. We're not going to do the event while we're waiting, because the event has a piece. I've done it with one of my other characters, and I made this mistake. I was waiting for a dungeon. I did the event, and I was interrupted partway through, and I didn't get to see all the cutscene and all the story and that. So we're not going to do that this time. Alrighty, into our teleport, and we'll just teleport out of here. And I have to remember that I'm healing and not DPSing today. Right, because my other character's been developing her dancer, so she's doing that. My first pickaxe, deliver chunks of copper ore to Adalberta, so we need to go get the copper ore. Yes, we could go and buy it, but we're going to go and do the thing and mine it and level up our character. Because just like you have hunting logs to level up your warrior characters, I hit Miner's Guild, didn't I? Because I'm a dope. Let's go to Western Thanalan instead. Because just like you have hunting logs to level up your warrior and your mage characters, you have mining logs, which will help you level up your other characters. Let's have a quick looky see too. Into duty, into timers, over to mission allowance. So look, we need to get 20 bits of copper ore. Actually, we might just toddle through these if we can as well. Copper ore is special, so we need 10 for Adalberta and we need 10 for our dudes, our Maelstrom. To find copper ore, if you don't actually know where it is, I'm just toddling over to where it is because I remember, but if you go to B, so keyboard and mouse, you hit B, it brings up your gathering log. If you're on console, you go across to logs and you go down to gathering log, and it'll bring up your gathering log. Don't close it like I just did. If you want to find copper ore, you'll see it doesn't have a little tick next to it, so we've never gathered it before. I'm just going to put in copper O, and it brings up the entry copper ore. We can find it at Hammersley, which is where we're at. I'm going to right click, sorry, going to left click on that. It'll bring up the map. If I just close that down, I can run around with this map up. All right, but as you can see, it's in this little area here, just behind Scorpion Crossing. So this is Scorpion Crossing. Do we have sneak? Well, we don't have anything if we're not a miner. Right. There we go. Let's get rid of that. That's in the way. We don't need limit break as a miner. So, oh wait, but we do need it on our bar, and that bar doesn't change. Let's go put that back before we need it. Under general, we'll drop limit break there. Basically, bars 1, 2, and 3 are dynamic. They will change with your class. So whatever you put on it for that class will shift when you change classes. Bars 4 through to 10 are not dynamic, which means that whatever you put on them, you are stuck with regardless of what class you are changing and whether or not it's appropriate. You'll notice we're wearing our bunny gear because we are a level 1 miner. I don't think we've got anything better for her to wear. No, we're going to have to earn some clothing. That's okay. We are in the right area. Tell me I am my miner. I am my miner. Ah, we don't have prospect up. Let me just do this. There we go. Now we are surrounded by little pickaxes. If you don't have prospect running as a miner, you won't see them. Now I'm not going to have quick gathering on until I've gathered everything that has a little question mark beside it, because you get a little bit of bonus XP whenever you gather something new. So the first node in any new area, we're just going to spend picking up things. We just leveled about 4 levels. Which reminds me, now let's see if we have any gathering gear we can put on. Not yet. What are you wearing as a botanist? Right, you do have botanist gear. Okay. Radio. Let's go and find our next thing. So we find it by navigating in our mini map. If you put up your main map, you will not see little pickaxes anywhere on it because they don't show. They only appear in the mini map. So keep an eye on that thing as you're gathering. We are not joining fates. Now I'm going to put on my... I have a 100% chance of gathering it. Let me just grab Lay of the Land. We're going to move that stuff up here because we don't use it all the time. We're going to increase our chance of mining stuff. Just buttons over there. We're going to put a quick gathering on so I don't have to click for each gather, and we're just going to let her do her thing because at this level that works. 6. Rightio. To find out where our copper ore has gone, it's right down here. Let's just make sure you know where it is. If you really want to make it easy, just move it over to here, and then you'll be able to see. We need 20 pieces because we're going to be going to deliver copper ore off to our grand company so that we can level our miner a little bit faster. We're also going to go and find the other bits and pieces that the company would like us to deliver. So we get that done. Alright, this should be another 4 pieces. So at this level we're only able to gather really 1 of each thing at each node, for each strike at each node. As we level up, there are going to be ways that we can gather more per strike. It's just we're not there yet. We will be, but not now. I'm just waiting for Sneak to pop because we can't really go looking for other stuff until it does. So you see the nodes are respawning as we move around the area. That's 15, probably another 2 nodes. Okay, excellent. It's a movement mode, so I'm going to put it up here. It's also one that we don't use very often. With Sneak, what we do is we can now move around the area without monsters aggroing on us, which means if we wanted to, we could go into the next mining area and gather that. But we don't need to because our next mission will take us there. So let's go. I need to, yeah. Alrighty. So there's our 20 pieces of copper ore. Now, go into timers. Go into mission allowance. Go into, this is our provisioning missions. We've got our copper ore. Let's hit right click Nopales, search for item by gathering method. It's found out at Blackbrush. It's a level 6 to 10. Let me just... Now, why is it not... Uh-oh. Oh, there it is there. All right, don't ask me why that didn't work. It should have. You should have been able to just click on it from when you searched for it. So we're going to go to Blackbrush as our botanist, and we're going to head on out. We're going to find some Nepales. I think they wanted 10. Before we go too much further, though, just close. Close. We have 22 hours. 22 hours, I think, before it flips over. We'll find out in a minute. Rightio, let's grab this. I have materia. Let us extract it. So that we can start growing some more materia because we'll need that stuff. Alrighty. I still don't have the option for desynthesis, that's annoying. Alright, update your gear set every time you extract materia. And we'll head on out, we'll find ourselves 10 Nepales. And then we'll see what our chances are of crafting these other things that I wanted. But we might do that at Limsa. We have not gathered that before. Oops, looks like I'm on auto whack. So we just leveled up our botanist again. Let me just grab that and pop it over here so it's easy for me to see what I've done. All right. So these are little daily things that you can do that will help your classes gather. Of course, it means you're going to develop a little bit unevenly, but you can catch everything up. Whoops. I'm a bit daft. There is a way, I forgot our botanist actually has ways of making sure she gets what she needs and possibly getting more of it. Yeah. Okay, hang on. Arbor call. So we do not need lay of the land for botanist. We can remove that. And we have triangulate, which is good. And that's running at the moment, I think. Yeah. Like I said, they're dynamic. They change with the class. Now, okay, 62% of gathering. Let's fix that. Let's make it a 110% chance of gathering. 1% chance of triggering Gatherer's Boon. Let's increase that by 10%. It's not a lot, but it'll do. All right. So now we shouldn't miss any more. And if we can trigger Gatherer's Boon, we'll get more than one per hit. They're still baby characters yet. How are we going? 13. So yeah, two more nodes and we'll be done. So we've run out of points here. We can go get some more juice for that, but we won't right now. Let's increase our chances by 77. And I can't do anything else. Radio. It's not foolproof, but it's a better chance of not missing. And we leveled again. Alright, 16. I need 4 more Nepales. 12's bounty is for crystals. I'm going to pop that over there. Because you're going to need crystals for crafting. Every time I gather, I should be gathering crystals from at least one node. Just to, would have been better off doing the other one. Never mind. That should be my 20. Yes, it is. Right. Now, let's just toddle down to a place where things are not going to... Actually, no, let's go to Limsa. Because that's where our Grand Company is, so that's where we're going to be delivering stuff. I might actually move my home point to Limsa as well. Because we were working out of Gridania, but that's not the case quite so much at the moment. Alrighty. 12 minutes 21 for a less than 5 minute thing, so we may not get into it today. That's alright. We have stuff to do. Whoops. Right click. Set as home point. Change your home point from New Gridania. Yes, please. Now we need to go and... Actually, we don't need to go anywhere. we need to toddle into... I always get those two muddled up. Running in the opposite direction. Have we picked up... I don't think we've picked up our... No, we haven't hired any retainers yet. We're a bit slow. That's alright. I may yet change where I want to be depending on what materials I do and don't have. So, let's just go into timers. Let's go to next mission allowance. Yeah, so 22 hours, 36 minutes. Mudstone grinding wheel. Search for item by crafting method. Elm lumber. So, now I could run around the countryside and gather this stuff. And it's probably good for my gatherers if I do. But, where is a notebook that I'm using for crafting? This one will do. Actually, this is the one I'm using. Right. Okay. So I need elm lumber. By one. And one by iron ingot. And one by mudstone. Rightio. Elm lumber is crafted, so we'll search for that by crafting method. We have elm logs on us, so we're going to have to craft that up. Rightio. Now, because I don't want to backspace and do the search again, I'm going to go back to mudstone grinding wheel. We'll bring this up again. Iron ingot. Search by crafting method. Right, we can make those. Back to mudstone grinding wheel. Mudstone. This is where we might need to go mining. So, search by gathering method. Alright, it didn't come up under gathering method. I think it should have, but that's all fine. Yeah, I didn't think it came up under that either. Mudstone, mudstone, mudstone. I'm a little bit puzzled why it's not coming up under gathering. Probably because I'm not a high enough level to gather it, is my guess. So we may have to buy that one. Because what's happened here is, and this is why you want to level up your gatherers. Under character, our mudstone grinding wheel is blacksmith or armorer, both of which are at level 15 or 12. Our miner is at level 8. So we need to increase our mining. Right. Well, for the moment, what we're going to do is we're going to make the items we need so we don't need to gather them. So we go search by crafting method. We're going to go down to elm lumber. And then we're going to jump into our carpenter. And we've made it before because it has a tick. So we're going to quick synth that one. We're going to max out our thing. I can have 3 pieces of it. I'm a very lucky bunny. That was a high quality one. So I can go through all of the steps, or I can actually let me rearrange my steps as well, because that's not where it should be. That goes up there. That's probably going to end up over here. Right, now everything's back in order. Right, we end that synthesis. The next thing we want to make are iron ingots. Which of my smithing levels? Alright, let's do armorer this time round. It's down to armor craft. Change into armorer if it will let me. There we go. We haven't made it before for our armorer, so that was a good choice. Let's synthesize it first. So clearly I have an armory quest where I've got to hand that back. Rightio. So, well, that's exciting. Let's just make it. Yep. Easy enough to make. Quit that out. Quick synthesis. Max it out. And just go make yourselves a coffee. possibly, or tea, whatever it is you like to drink in your evening or morning. Um, get a bite to eat. This is going to take 2 or 3 minutes. Excellent. So we're going to be learning a few things. I switched those two around because that's the order I use them in. We always need iron ingots for the next few, so it's just handy to craft a batch of them. And it doesn't take that long. As you see, we're going to be leveling up without too much trouble. So with crafting, your first 10 or 20 levels are fairly easy to get to. Leveling wise, making the stuff that you unlock at those levels not so easy to get to, and that's where you got to look at your gear. So this is veneration. It works together with basic synthesis, so we keep that together. I should be using waste not more often than I do, but I rarely use it, so I'm putting it up here. A lot of people just put things in the order that that they arrive in as you earn them. You can do it that way. I just find it easier to put things together in little groups where their usage is closely linked. Rightio. So that's that done. Now before we run off looking for stuff, let's have a look at what our brass head knife requires. Alrighty. For that, I need a bronze head knife. So we're going to grab this thing and we're going to search for item by crafting method. Ragstone, whetstone, search for item by crafting method. I cannot make it. Right, and this is where your Grand Company stuff starts to get frustrating. Search for item. Possibly because the ragstone whetstone is alchemical and I haven't unlocked it, is my thinking. So this is why you also need to level up your crafters together. Search for item by crafting method. Alright, we need a bronze head knife, bronze HD, K and F. We need a rag, so we're going to need 2 ragstone whetstones. One by rag wet and one by brass ingot, which means I need to unlock goldsmithing. Alright, so there's a few things we're going to have to do here if we're not going to cost ourselves a small fortune leveling stuff up. So we'll search for that. Actually, I don't need to search for it, I just need to go over here. Bronze head knife. Alright, so for the bronze head knife, I need 1 by bronze ingot, which I do have. I need 1 by maple lumber. And I need 1 by ragstone whetstone. Okay, that's fine. Ragstone whetstone is alchemy, and the rest we have. All right, well, let's see if we can do any better with the amateur's skillet. So, search for item by crafting method. Bronze plate. You know, I think we might actually be able to make this one. Alright, so we need 1 by bronze plate. So the reason I'm doing this before we leave is I'm actually going to turn in the crafts and the stuff that we've gathered. And then we're going to go and find the rest. Alright, and 1 by ash lumber. Ash, LMBR. Alrighty. So, bronze plate, right click, search for item by crafting method. Bronze ingot. Have we made it before? Yes. So we're going to quick synthesize it. I'm not going to go nuts and use all my bronze ingots because I need them. How many bronze ingots does it need? 2. So if I do 20, I've used up 40. So let's just make 10 of them. Oops, 10. And then we'll hit synthesize. And again, we're going to fast synthesize because it's just quicker than me pressing all the buttons. And I don't particularly need a high quality piece at this point. Later, that'll become important. Also, as you increase in level, you'll notice that even with your quick synthesis, you will occasionally synthesize high quality stuff. So it's worth the risk. Alrighty, now end that synthesis. And let's see if we can make our amateur skillets. We'll go back down to our list, recipe search. If that's not up, you just click on it in the crafting log. It does not work in the collecting log. Amateur skillet. Alrighty, I have some high quality bronze plate, so let's use that. I have some high quality ash lumber, let's use that. That's going to help us with our quality. We want to hand in high quality stuff because it will help us level up that particular crafting thing faster. So let's synthesize this. I'm just going to get rid of this now because we don't need it for the minute. Rightio, now we do want to be bothered about quality if we can. We've got a 15% jump start because we've used quality materials. So let's go bang, we'll observe it so that we can study it for the best way to work on it. We're going to use basic touch. We're going to keep an eye on our CP and make sure we use tricks of the trade whenever that comes up because that will restore CP. Right? And we're going to keep an eye on our durability. I know, this is painful, but we're going to do it this way. And we're going to do it again. Because that means we've left plenty to do this at least once. And we restore the durability so it doesn't run out. We're going to use veneration because that will give us more bang for our buck when we're actually crafting. So we'll have greater progress. And you'll see the durability is dropping. Boom, but we've done it. Right, let's go and deliver what we've got, and then we're going to go and find a few things. Ethernet. Off to the after castle. Then we're going to hang a left. This is if you're in the Maelstrom Grand Company. If you're not, you're going to have to turn your crafting into whichever Grand Company you have. So, if it's Twin Adders, you go to Gridania, and if it is the Flames, you go to Uldar. You want to hand it in to the Storm Personnel Officer, not the Quartermaster, alright? Undertake supply and provisioning missions. We want to hand in our Amateur's Skillet. Right click, hand over. Yes, we do want to trade high quality because we get this for just handing it in, but then we get a double on it for handing in high quality. Which helps us with our level. We just leveled up 2 levels now for that. We're going to go over to provisioning, copper ore. We're going to right click on that. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to left click on it and say, here you go. Right click, left click, hand over. And we've leveled up 1 level now mining. We're going to grab our nopales. We're going to right click and left click on that and deliver that. 39,000 botanical experience. We just leveled up 21, 22, and 23. Like I said, the first few levels are your easier levels. Once we get to levels where we need materials from areas that we don't have access to, then life is going to get a little awkward. But until then, we're going to enjoy not being at that level. What do we need? Mudstone, which means we need miner. We also need ragstone, a ragstone thingamywhatsit, which means I need alchemy. And we need to make, I think it's brass. Yes, brass, which means I need goldsmithing. So it looks like it's back to Uldar where we're going to level up. We're going to deliver our chunks of copper ore to Adalberta. We don't do it that way. What are you thinking? And then we're going to unlock alchemy and goldsmithing, which are also in at Uldar. So let's grab our teleport. Off to the steps of Nald we go. So this is the sort of thing I do when I'm waiting for the duty finder to pop. So we're waiting on the Howling Eye, and I've got to stop in about 20 minutes or so. So let's go and hand this mining quest into Adalberta. And we'll pick up the next one because your questing is one of the things that will help you level as well. So, how are we going for storm seals? Control C will bring up our currency. We've got space to add more storm seals. We do want to rank up, so we are going to have to go chasing some dungeons to complete our Maelstrom hunting log. So we're going to need to work on that as well. So there's a few things we need to do. Just a little bit. Everything at this point in the game, everything is interconnected. So you'll notice we're doing a bronze or a brass head knife for leatherworking. That's better quality than what we get given. Now, why can't I hand that in? Because I am not a miner. Let's fix that. There we go. I'm like, I've got the stuff. Yes, but you're not a miner. There we are. It's 10 chunks of copper ore I want. Metal is common enough in Danlan. You shouldn't have trouble finding suitable deposits just outside the gate of the Sultana and the gate of Null. I didn't. Thank you so much. Here you are. Let's see here. 10 chunks, just as I ordered. Well done, Mistwalker. Tell me, is being a miner or like you imagined? Harder than expected, is it? All new recruits say as much. It takes a combination of knowledge, experience, and instinct to know where to dig. Yet it's ultimately backbreaking labour that yields you your prize. Make no mistake, Mistwalker, mining is grueling work, and you'll be dog-tired most of your waking hours. But tell me, did you not feel invigorated each time your pickaxe struck home? Did you not experience a thrill of triumph when the earth finally yielded up your prize? That is what we miners live for. You may be ripe to collapse, your face caked in weak old dirt, but the promise of discovery drives you on. And the instant you find that which you have long sought, in that sparkling instant, you feel like a god among men. You've made a fine start, and I would see you maintain your efforts. Practice swinging your pickaxe till your arms have learned the motion, then return here, and I'll have another little task for you. The next minor quest will be available from Adalberta upon reaching level 5. Which is why we mined all that extra stuff, okay? Because we are level 5 now. Alright, let's complete that quest. Actually, you know what I didn't do? I didn't check to see what we already had. Where are you going to go? C for character. Jumping over to our recommended gear. Grab that hempen shepherd's tunic. Now we're going to be a little bit better off. Close that. Grab Adalberta for our next mining quest. Adalberta wants to teach you the importance of knowing the land. Hello there, Mistwalker. It's good to see you again. Judging by the blisters on your hands, it's plain you've been hard at it with your pickaxe. Good. You're ready for the next stage of your training. Eorzea is a vast realm filled with diverse environments, and her mineral wealth varies from region to region. Even within Thanlan, there's a marked difference between east and west. If you want to be a successful miner, it's essential that you know where to look for what. And for that, you have to become intimate with Eorzea. How else can you expect her to reveal her innermost secrets to you? Getting to know her every square mile is no small undertaking, of course, but the yarns soon add up, as I'm sure you'll find with my next task. I'd like you to seek out 10 bone chips for me. Just so you don't go about it completely blind, here's a hint. You'll find these just beyond the gate of Nald. Off you go now, and happy digging. Funnily enough, I think we dug up some bone chips last time, so let's hand her those. Remember, that's 10 bone chips I want you to bring. Good luck. Or we bought them, I can't remember which. But we have them, is the point. Ah, yes, precisely 10 bone chips. You've done well, Mistwalker. No doubt you had trouble tracking these down at first, but each chip you found added to your understanding. For your efforts, you've come to know where to best search for bone chips, and so it goes for everything else we mine. Now, in addition to learning where to find materials, you should also make a point of knowing who needs them. For instance, armourers and blacksmiths are our best customers when it comes to ores, while goldsmiths would struggle to ply their trade if we didn't supply them with gold and gemstones. Oh, and I mustn't forget the alchemists. Those fellows can never have too much rock salt and cinnabar, and we often rub shoulders with them. In short, know whence it comes and whither it goes. To be sure, you still have much and more to learn, and there's no substitute for hard work. Oh, don't look so glum. Just be thankful you don't have to bleeding memorize all that information. You have a gathering log for such stuff. Make good use of it, and you can't go wrong. Now, that's all for now. Keep up your efforts and visit me again when you've spent more time in the wilds with pickaxe in hand. I'll have another task for you when you've perfected your swing. For every 5th level you reach as a miner, you'll gain the ability to detect higher level mineral deposits. When this occurs, any new items that are available through gathering will be added to your gathering log. You can use the Lay of the Land miner action to help you locate the nearest mineral deposits within your skill range. There you go. Now, this is where it gets tricky. Leather culottes, work gloves. Alright. Let me have a look and see what I've got. Will it let me? No. Sigh. Let's go for pants and hope that we can share it across our characters. Maybe. So into C, we just got equipment. So we've got bronze pickups and leather culottes. Level that thing up. Let's jump into botanist. Botanist, where are you going? Go into C. Recommended gear, leather culottes. So we can now put that on our botanist. And it'll be fine. I don't know why we're not showing our culottes, but anyway. We are wearing them, right. And we'll jump back into miner again, because that's what we are. Right, so with the bone chip quest, we didn't actually do that. We're not at level 10 yet, so we've got to come back at level 10. Can we find mudstone yet? Let's find out. B. No. We need to level up again. Rightio. I think mudstone is probably between our level 11 and 15 or 15 to 20, somewhere there. The next thing we needed was we needed to be able to make ragstone whetstones. To do that, I believe we need to visit the Alchemist's Guild and kick that off. So let's go and become an alchemist. Like I said, it's all interlocking. So this will be entertaining. Back into our bunny gear, I think. Oops, let's talk to the secretary, the receptionist. Ah, an adventurer, one of my favourite kinds of people. I find your unquenchable thirst for exploration neatly complements the burning hunger for sagacity that marks our dedicated members. Welcome to the Alchemist's Guild. Though I hesitate to define alchemy in such narrow terms, our main field of expertise is the concoction of various potions and elixirs. There are salves to treat all manner of afflictions, not to mention miraculous libations that enhance the imbiber beyond her natural physical limits. As an adventurer, I'm sure you can appreciate the eminently practical applications of our work. What say you, madam? Care to take up mortar and pestle and join our ranks? Yes. Wonderful! Now then, allow me to give you a brief history of the guild before we tackle the official paperwork. Though alchemists are presently known as the quintessential brewers of potions, the profession itself arose from the desire to achieve an as yet unrealized ambition. The original driving purpose behind our art was, and perhaps still is, the discovery of a process that can transform base metals into gold or silver, and the mystical medium thought necessary to effect such a transformation is the Philosopher's Stone, which is itself believed to have Panacean properties and be capable of bestowing eternal life. Though success yet eludes us, years of endless experimentation toward this golden goal had the initially unintentional consequence of unearthing a wealth of knowledge in the field of alchemical medicine. Regretfully, alchemy's potential to enrich the lives of the masses was first met with a wave of distrust, as if our ability to create helpful compounds was akin to dabbling in back-alley witchcraft. The profession eventually gained credibility in Uldar through its integration into traditional medicine by Frondel's Frontistry, an institution known for producing respected physicians. Once the city's shift in perception became known, budding alchemists wishing to study without fear of persecution journeyed to Uldar from every corner of the realm. It was not long before this gathering of inquisitive minds banded together to form the Alchemists' Guild. Thus, while our organization is intensely focused on perfecting and sharing the fruits of our research, it is also of paramount importance that we uphold the reputation of alchemy itself as a legitimate discipline. If you would revel in the secrets of our art, then you must be prepared to shoulder the responsibility I have described. Take a moment to dwell on these words before you truly enter the world of alchemy. Right. Have you arrived at a decision? Yes? Are you ready to exult in the arts of alchemy and commit to the responsibilities that your enrollment entails? Yes, I have. Excellent. Then allow me to direct you to our guildmaster. Gaining his approval is the last test you must pass before becoming a full member of the guild. You will find Guildmaster Severian attending to his experiments at his personal workbench. I must warn you, he is rather an intense individual. Pray choose your words with care. Right then, let's go. Alrighty, Severian. What? What is it this time? Ah, you must be the merchant's lackey. Come to bring me my imp wings. Let's have them then. Hmm? Not a lackey? An aspiring alchemist, did you say? Speak up and pray that I heard you aright. Oh wow, that's not promising. Did that babbling fool Dietrich send you to me? I specifically requested that I be disturbed for nothing less than the coming of a second calamity. Do I appear as a kindly mentor to you? My research demands my absolute and undivided attention. Now begone before I am forced to... Oh, but wait. Perhaps I can... Yes. Yes, you may be the very assistant I require. I have had a change of heart. Congratulations. I approve your application to the guild. It is with great pleasure that I welcome a fellow seeker of knowledge into the fold. We can dispense with the interminable initiation ceremony, yes? Here is your first alembic. Try not to drop it, for there's much work to be done. Yes, much work. Wow. All right. Let's go. Alchemist unlocked. Rightio. Well, let's become an alchemist. See for character. We are going to grab our mining pick. We're going to drop that over, grab our alembic. We are now an alchemist, but we're denuded of gear. We're going to grab this gear set list. We are going to add the little plus sign up the top. We're going to grab our alchemist stuff and we're going to shove it over here. I'm actually just going to shift my miner and my botanist out of here so we have all of our crafting skills a little bit separate to everything else. There we go. Okay. We're going to close off that. Now that we are an alchemist and we have a gear set, we're just going to grab our recommended gear and we're going to put on some clothes. Looks like we get to start with a hempen curta this time. And yes, all the rest we're going to have to earn or, you know, level up to. Right, now we're an alchemist. Let's have a quick chit chat with Severian. Man, I hope it's a quick chit chat, but it should be. That man is busy. My first alembic. Guildmaster Severian wants you to use the weathered alembic to perform your first alchemical miracle. Ah, I see you've managed to take hold of the alembic without injuring yourself. An auspicious beginning. Let us see if we can continue this trend of unexpected success. For your first lesson, I want you to use your weathered alembic there and make me a bottle of distilled water. Distilled water is simply the end result of purifying our... Oh dear. Well, I'm sorry, we're going to have to cut him off. We're going to have to jump over into our white mage. We're going to have to grab our duty participation. This is the risk you take. You lose some story when you when you're doing stuff. Oh, that's so good. Awesome. Oh, are we in party? Uh-oh. Wow. Who dares intrude upon my sanctuary? Okay, I'm going to be quick through this because your insolence shall not go unpunished, landwalkers. 12 preserved, she's huge. As I live and breathe. Uh-oh. Oh no. Over there, look. That's not good. Amalja and Kobold prisoners. Why would the Ixal bring them here? And she laughs maniacally at our wonderment. Wherefore come you hither, foolish mortals? Garuda, we've come to put an end to your reign of terror. Hear this blasphemy, my children? Now we shall see. You who are bound to crawl on the earth, fear me, for I am the wind. Did we not take to the skies in our defences? You think your playthings give you strength? They will not help you here, Landwalker. This is my realm. Slay the unfeathered ones. Alright. Wow. Leave the exile to us, Mistwalker. Do not fail. I know. This worm would die by my own hand. Come then. And here we go. Whoa, the pepper's about. You gotcha. Oh, right. Oh my gosh. Okay. I think that's it. I just don't want to miss any story, which is one of the reasons I'm going through them very quickly. Let's say hi to our party. And so grab a tank, spread up. Do I have? Yes, I have this. Let's get that going and that going. So I've just put on the regeneration. And let's go. Do I have? I do have 4. Right, if I don't have anything else, let's put wind on her. Right, now we've got to keep an eye on our tank as well as sugar. Sugar tank again.
Yeah.
I know the irony of putting wind up to here. Now I'm close enough. Wind. Keep an eye on the tank. And then the next thing, heal the tank. 4 heals everyone a little bit. Oops. I've got to keep an eye on the tank, but we also can't leave these plumes loose. Which is actually DPS's job, so we'll let them do it, shall we? Uh-oh, I better be behind that. Alright, this is where I need to focus. We're going to do it 5 on this because we're going to use our Cure 3. So it'll get most people up faster. And we're going to use it again. We're also going to use our regen. We're going to grab that tank and we're going to put regen on him. We're also going to put regen on our bard because they can pick us up. Regen on you. Regen on me. Get that 5. 5. And onto Garuda. And then hopefully we rock her as well. Grab that tank. Okay, 6. Okay, there you go. No, no, no. Oh, that's right, I can't skip this one. Wow, that was a really good team. Just wanted to commute hands. What? How in the hells? So I'm not holding anyone up now, they're all leaving. Ah ha ha, this is my realm. You have no hope here. None. None. Did you truly believe you could defy a god, landwalkers? I would do the squawky voice, but my voice is not going to do it. Uh-oh. My power is limitless, my children legion, and they have rendered unto me a wealth of crystals. Their gifts sustain me, their faith empowers me. None save my children will escape the reckoning, mortals, and those who would use my crystals to waken the rest shall realize the folly of their faith. Then all shall worship none but me, the one true God. Of course, worship. So long as the Ixal keep praying, she will never fall. Then let's stop them. Uh-oh. Oh. Haha, no harm will come to you, my children. This is only the beginning, landwalkers. All who oppose me shall suffer for their defiance. Soon the worms of the forest shall receive my judgment, the desert vermin next. Their walls of stone will not shield them from the tempest. And then I shall take vengeance on the sea lice. Their wooden boats cannot outrun the wind. Tremble, mortals, for I shall visit you all in time, and all shall be mine. All mine! All mine! Anyway, you Landwalker, you who dared to raise your hand against me, you shall be the first to pay for your sins, not with your death, but with your life. You shall serve me, Landwalker, to your last breath. Oh, she's trying to... No! No, I claimed you! You should be mine! Yeah, no, sorry. That stuff doesn't work on me. Oh, wait, we what? That's where we get that crystal from. Oh, that's right. It's been a long time since I watched this scene. The last one. So we got one from Leviathan, I think. Did we? I don't think we've done that one yet. Okay. What? What are you? What have you done to me? Nothing? Oh, no. We've done something. I'm sorry. No mortal should possess such power. This is impossible. Wow. I think my party is vanished. Yeah, no party members. They abandoned me. No, they didn't. They had to go. I mean, you cannot expect anyone to wait for you through that thing. Oh, wow, and I got commendations. Thank you so much, guys. Oh, man.
Why do you not tremble at my might? Why do you not beg for mercy? Why do you not die? We've done it!
See, my voice was so wrong for her.
Impossible it is!
Kill you all! Is that all?
What?
O Lady of the Vortex, O mighty Garuda,
Whoa.
of all primals the most terrible, I say again, is that all?
Oh, boy.
Gaius!
Ah, Sid, my boy, you look well. For one who has forsaken kin and country, I wonder what else you will forsake before the day is done.
What?
What exactly did you hope to accomplish here this day? Well, I shall accomplish far more.
Uh-oh. That's Galileo technology for you. Wow.
Is that all? Is that all?
Uh-oh. Now she's angry.
Insolent mortal! I shall make you suffer! That foul stench! I see now. She has touched you!
Hey, she... Now.
Very well.
Seven hells, does she still mean to fight?
Uh-huh.
O Lord of the Inferno Almighty, Ifrit, grant us succor in our hour of need.
Uh-oh.
Save us, Titan, Lord of Crags! It hurts us so! The pain! The pain!
What is she? 12 preserve. She cannot mean to.
Uh-huh. Yes, she can. Oh, didn't we vanquish this once? It's going to be a pain with another couple of things now then.
No, this is all wrong.
Stop gawping, boy. We must run.
Yeah. Point, Sid. Wow, okay.
Surrender yourselves unto me. I would feast upon your ether. None shall stand against the wind.
Wait, she's summoning them just to eat them. Okay.
Bear witness to the glory of the Empire!
I think her meal's about to be interrupted. Okay, it absorbed Ifrit. Titan's not standing for it. Okay, I think Titan's about to be absorbed.
It is you who will suffer, Garuda.
Oh, wow,
Ancient
Gaius.
Alec had ways of dealing with your kind. Now, look on their ultimate weapon, Icon, and despair.
Oh, not quick enough.
No! No! No!
Magnificent. It exceeds all expectation.
I love the way he just watches this creature that's just devoured these icons, and he's like magnificent. He's like, he's not scared of it. He's
With
his
each
creation.
primal it consumes,
My
it
God.
grows more powerful. A marvel, is it not?
La Brea, you troublemaker.
Such is the fate of those who oppose the Empire. There will be no warriors of light to save you this time. If your leaders are as wise as they are reported, they will surrender. Your skills are impressive, but they will not be enough.
"12, have mercy. What chance have we against such an ungodly creation? And who was that armored devil?"
That armored devil, right? Oh
That
my
was
gosh.
Gaius van Balsar, legatus of the 14th Imperial Legion and supreme commander of the Garlean invasion force in Eorzea.
Of course. The Black Wolf. How could I not realize? Grandfather mentions him in his journal.
I was never so naive as to think the man would abandon his ambitions. But these developments are beyond my worst expectations. What have you been doing these past 5 years? How could something of this magnitude have escaped the Alliance's attention?
We heard no whispers, saw no signs. In the wake of the calamity, the Empire seized land and built outposts, but that was the extent of their aggression.
Just give me a minute, guys. Bella, sit. Breakfast will be soon. Good girl. Alright, my puppy's reminding me it's her brekkie time. So we're going to finish this cutscene through, and then we're going to, then I'm going to head off.
Damn it, guys. Where in the seven hells did you find that thing?
Right, where did he find it?
It has been a day of unexpected developments, but the fact remains, Garuda is no longer a threat. While I take no comfort in the manner of her downfall, it does mean that we may safely put the matter of the primals to one side, for the time being at least.
Which just leaves the matter of Gaius's new toy.
Indeed. That weapon poses the greatest threat to Eorzea. It must be destroyed. But first, we must needs find out all we can. Let us make for Vesper Bay. We shall rebuild the Scions. All is not yet lost, my friend, for we bear the light, and shall surely lead our people from the darkness.
There we go. So that, my friends, is the, let me just grab the list. So we've just faced Garuda, and we've found out a lot more about Gaius' plans. From Lady of the Vortex. Alright, so we are actually halfway through the very last section of A Realm Reborn, the very last segment, just before we get to a series of adventures which will lead us to we're in the Umbral era, so we're into the Astral era that comes after, but as I'm sure you can hear or could hear in the background, my puppy is demanding her breakfast. So we're going to finish this quest and then I am going to head on out and look after my pets. So, well, that was an experience I'd rather not have again. Something has been troubling me, Mistwalker, shortly before the Black Wolf took center stage when Garuda attempted to claim you as her own. I could have sworn I saw. But I'm sure I was mistaken. In great times of stress, the evidence of the eye is apt to be misread by even the most inquiring mind. Forget I mentioned it. Returning to the subject of our earlier discussion, we may consider the matter of the primals closed until further notice. No beast tribe will dare summon their gods so long as that weapon exists. Truly, a more effective deterrent I could not imagine. It almost seems a shame to plot its destruction. It does indeed. Now, did we pick up any gear? Oh my gosh, some of this gear is pretty good. But we will go with the gold pieces yet again. You know what? I have a bunch of those now. Oh, Free Wing Knight achievement unlocked, which is 10 points more we can spend at the achievement vendor. I've got quite a good collection of these Allergan pieces. Let's sort that so they're all sitting together. So we have some bronze, we have a ton of silver, and we have a few gold. So we're going to have to go and trade those in at a vendor at some point. But until then, thank you so much for hanging with me. Have a great week. And I will see you in 4 days' time with more Final Fantasy. And in 2 days' time with more Elder Scrolls Online. But take care out there and thank you for being around. I'll see you later.